What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the Lazy Channel. Today, we're checking out times the impossible became possible. Drop a like for the algorithm right now. Subscribe. We're trying to hit on a K, bro. We need another play. Not wasting any more time, though. We're checking it out.
The unthinkable. Most of us sadly don't have a camera on us at all times to capture these things happening, but
I do have a camera on me at all times, actually, because I'm right here at all times recording. I never leave my house. It's very sad.
People are lucky enough to be caught on video when they somehow make the impossible seem possible. Ready to see these awesome
I will never go skydiving in my life. Unless this channel hits 10 million tomorrow, then I'll go skydiving.
people? Let's get it on. This is hardly an achievement, but it's one of the most amazing things you'll ever see. It's a guy falling off his skateboard. But wait, it was accidentally timed so perfectly that the board misses hitting anyone by rolling between
perfectly, like in sync.
The legs of not just one, but two people who are right in front of it. Don't you wish life came together this perfectly all the time? Sometimes you don't even need to try. Something you did just somehow turns into something awesome. You're probably thinking,
why was there a clip of Derek Jeter? Good baseball
this guy's
player.
gonna hit that baseball in some amazing
baseball.
way.
Nice.
Nope, it's even more impressive than that. Usually, casually flinging something over your shoulder isn't anything to get excited about, but this baseball bat had other ideas. For some reason,
that's crazy stuff. I can't believe Babe Ruth did that.
No, I can't explain it. It bounces and lands upright on its head. That is not the way bats usually like to stand.
Would have been cooler if it landed on the other end, just saying.
Maybe it's not impossible. I'm no scientist, but it's definitely not likely to ever happen again.
If he sat there and did that for like 10 hours over and over, I'm sure it would happen again, but...
Remember the water bottle challenge? Good. This is basically the same idea, but it makes the water bottle challenge look like child's play. And ironically, it's also done by an actual child, so that phrase probably needs changing. This kid attempted to flip a pencil, which somehow landed face up. That should have been impossible. There's no water inside a pencil that would help it land upright.
It don't need water. It was a whole trend, buddy. It wasn't just water bottles. People was flipping everything. That is pretty crazy. That's pretty cool.
Every way, this should have never worked, and yet somehow it did.
Nice
Judging by the
buddy.
look on his face, he also thought it was insane to even try it. He can't believe he got it right, but he did, and frankly, he deserves an award. I'm warning you now,
that's like a thumbnail face right there. That's what I'd be doing, trying to get thumbnails for these videos.
Is one of those things that even though you're seeing it with your own two eyes,
my question is, what the hell?
There's no part of your brain that can believe a human can actually do it. This is Shamika Campbell, and she can limbo like nobody else on earth.
She ain't got no backbone.
12 inches high, but the lowest limbo isn't even the Guinness World Record she's trying to break. She's going for the longest distance to limbo under 12-inch bars. She stole the record with just over 10 feet 2 inches. How low can you go has just been taken to the next level. I'm sure most of you dream of having reflexes fast enough to stop a punch in midair. Maybe for most of us,
a lot of people have that reflex to do.
It's a little too much to ask for. But with the right kind of training, people can do amazing things. The balls coming out of this pitching machine are traveling at 100 miles per hour. And the swordsman, to make things a little more difficult, is just feet away. Cutting the ball in half would be impossible for us, but not him. He moves so fast I almost didn't even have reflexes fast enough to see it. And before you ask, he definitely did cut the ball in half. There are records, and then there are world records that smash the previous ones in a way that makes you think you'll never see anyone beat them. This is one of those unbeatable records for sure. Have a look at this absolutely incredible stunt by David Wise.
Y'all like skiboarding? I combine the words. You all like snowboarding or skiing? I almost said skiboarding. Snowboarding or skiing? Which is better? Let me know in the comments.
That's him breaking the record for the highest free ski air on a hip. Sure, it looks high even to an untrained eye, but how impossibly high was it really? He destroyed the previous record set at 36 feet 11 inches with his jump that measured an insane 46.5 feet. That's 9.8 feet better than the previous.
That's just a little bit taller than me.
Title holder. Well, good luck to anyone trying to better Wise's record because it probably
it said 46 feet. I thought it said 4 feet 6.
It can't be done. Most people who are looking for a little adrenaline rush turn to roller coasters. They're just exciting and fun enough to give thrill seekers what they're looking for without risking
I don't do roller coasters.
Too much. At least that's true if you're riding roller coasters the normal way and not the way Dirk Auer decided to try it. Instead of doing it the safe way, he decided to roller skate down a roller coaster with none of the safety gear usually offered by roller coasters.
Why though? Like for what?
Fighting the G-forces from flinging him into the old timbers.
It could have gone very badly, which probably won't surprise you, but luckily for him, it all went well as he skated into the record books, making this impossible stunt look easy. Just because loads of people skateboard doesn't mean that doing it well is easy. It's actually a pretty difficult sport. This stunt takes it beyond difficult though. Now I've seen people struggle with basic leapfrog on the ground, but to attempt it on a skateboard over not
Tony
one,
Hawk
but
looks
two people
different
is
here.
just crazy. It seems so likely to fail that most people would never even have thought to try it. These guys are not most people though, and they proved that by not only attempting, but actually
How long they been practicing that? That's not one day of practicing. They've been doing that for like 12 years.
executing that unbelievable stunt with all three of them on skateboards, and it's every bit as amazing as they probably imagined it would be. Most people
They ain't
would
even giving a reaction though. They just continue going like nothing happened. I'd have been freaking out.
be brave enough to launch themselves off a 24-story high ski ramp under any circumstances. It's dangerous at the best of times, and even the pros can and do make mistakes attempting stuff like that. Adding a spin while you're flying through the air makes it even more dangerous. But to do all of that backwards, well, probably anyone would have said it was impossible until Sammy Carlson did it. Luckily, instead of it all going as badly as people would have expected, he nailed it and proved to everyone watching that it was possible. But still,
why? Like, why? Who gets the idea? Like, oh, I want to ski down that backwards and do tricks. For what? Just ski normally.
I don't think anyone else will be attempting it anytime soon. Humans weren't designed to fly, so of course any sport that puts us in the skies is bound to be dangerous. They require so much skill, even on just a basic level, and so most people stay far away from them. So it's anyone's guess how this man is capable of the precision landing in this clip. 1 minute, he's flying through the air. The next, he's sitting on a bench like he's been there all day. No big deal. How did he even get anywhere near the bench? Never mind actually land on it. Guess we'll never
I wouldn't say that's impossible. I would say most professional skydivers could do that.
know.
What do I know?
There's a reason why people love tennis. It's because every now and again, someone lands a shot
I don't
like
think I've
this
ever
one,
watched a tennis game in my life.
and it's simply miraculous. Rallies always get exciting when a player moves to the net like Pablo Cuevas did here. But this time, unfortunately, he put himself on the back foot. Or did he? Anyone else would have definitely lost that point, but not him. He simply pulls out a crazy backward, no-look shot that sails past his opponent perfectly. That kind of shot would never work in most people's hands. But Cuevas is no ordinary
You
man.
don't think people react into that in like tennis when that happened? You think about it freaking out like, oh my god! I feel like tennis ain't a sport for that. I feel like they'd be like, oh, nice mate, nice one.
He doesn't need to aim to land a perfect shot. Football is a notoriously exciting game. There's no shortage of matches filled with incredible moments, so for a single moment to stand out, it has to be really
Surprised they didn't
spectacular.
say soccer.
Zlatan
This guy is most
Ibrahimovic
definitely American. I'm surprised he did not say soccer.
definitely managed to score one of those goals that'll go down in history.
Wow.
This goal is only one of the 4 he scored against England in this match, but it was definitely the most incredible. Most football players never even attempt bicycle kicks, let alone trying it from 35 yards away from the goal would have resulted in
yards.
nothing for most players. But he actually scores, making this one of the most impossible kicks to actually land in the net ever. Have you ever tried skimming stones? It's not even nearly as easy as it looks, is it? Dougie Isaacs is the Guinness World Record holder for furthest stone skimming. Actually,
this.
he's that record holder 8 times.
Don't ask me why
It
I
is the
watched this. I went through a phase one night, probably like 3 in the morning. I was watching stone skipping videos. I don't know how I got there, but I was there. I was just watching them throw rocks.
most recent attempt was actually to beat a record already set by him. It's so calming to watch until you realize just how far that stone is traveling. And then it keeps going and going. How far was that? You won't believe this, but it traveled 400 feet. When most
I don't think I've ever successfully skipped a rock.
of us can't skim a stone just 4 feet, 400 really is one of those incredible records that aren't likely to be stolen in our lifetimes.
Yeah, I could beat it.
Maybe by Isaacs again.
They really have people there cheering.
Elevators were invented for a reason.
So you
Humans
don't
just
have to
can't
go
climb a
upstairs?
building as fast on their own as an elevator can. But Polish speed climber Marcin Dzieński decided that he might just be faster than an elevator and set out to prove it. His team built a special 6-story high climbing wall for him, which in fact is much higher than most. Turns out he was right. Somehow
I'll be real. I think I could do that.
He's actually faster than an elevator. But
those are big rocks, to be fair. Well, they're not real rocks, but those are big things to grab onto. I feel like he definitely could not do it if they were like the small ones. You know what I'm talking about? The small one? There's no way. I want to see him do it with the little small rocks.
The rest of us should stick to taking the elevator because there's no way we can do that.
Yeah, like look at how big those are. Jeez. He beat it.
You don't need to play golf to know that large bodies of water are not your friend if they get in the way of your ball. Unless you're John Rahm. Then you might want to go looking for a couple more ponds. At the Masters, he decided to take a shot and just ignore the fact that there's no ground between him and the hole. Now that's a kind of risk only the very best golfers would take. Miraculously, he managed to skip the ball over the water as it went all the way into a hole-in-one. There are so many things going on here that should have never...
That might be the craziest golfing clip of all time. I don't think I've ever seen another golfing clip, but that's the craziest one. Appreciate y'all for watching. I love y'all. Ta-ta.
Ooh, any situation, I'm a big factor. Brought out the Glock with the Ruger, I'm a mismatcher. Ooh, baby, squeeze that punani on me, okay?